Hey everybody, how's it going? This is just a little update on the Interrogator Chaplain for the Dark Angels. Hopefully the lighting is okay. None of the lighting areas that I use or try to use in my videos are looking too good today. If it's really that bad, I'll do another video, but it looks like it's doing okay. Pretty much, he's pretty much done for the most part. I took a little bit of artistic licensing, I guess you could say, and I made both of his shoulder pads Dark Angels green. When you look at Chaplains, especially like the painted examples to give you in the codices, in particular with the Dark Angels codex as well, since that's what was going on, to get kind of a color palette idea. They don't have both shoulder pads the chapter color. One's the chapter color and one's just pure black. I don't really like the way it can look okay. On this model though, I didn't have like a molded skull for the black area or anything like that. I decided to make both sides green of the Dark Angels, and if you look at the artwork of it, granted the artwork's black and white, but you can tell clearly where his black armor is, and when you look at the shoulder pad insets, they're clearly of a different color. So I just took that with some licensing, I guess, with some artistic licensing, and made them Dark Angels green for both, and I think it looks fine. The only thing that was left to do from when you saw it last was the arms, which I did here. So you have the Crozius Arcanum, which is gold top with bulk on metal, washed in Badab black, and then Macrat red with a ball red wash for the handle. How I did the gold is the same way I did the gold everywhere else. Brass, which is brazen brass for Games Workshop equivalent, or you can use a bronze. Then I put shining gold over it, and then I washed it with Devlin mud, then I dry brush shining gold over that. Then give it kind of a in use but not decrepit look. Shoulder pad insets the Dark Angels green, like I said. I used bulk gun metal for the trim on both shoulder pads, and I washed both with Badab black to give it some aging there and make it look different from the skulls on the backpack. On this one, on this shoulder pad with the sword, I did Codex Gray for the laurels, or whatever you want to call them. Washed with Badab black a couple of times so you can really get the detail showing through on their individual leaves, or whatever you want to call it. The sword itself is bulk on metal blade with a white hilt. I did a white hilt because the Dark Angel symbol post-heresy is white, a white winged sword. So I wanted to try and incorporate that into the scheme here with having a white hilt there. The plasma pistol is Macrat red and bulk on metal. Bulk on metal was washed with Badab black. I did the plasma coloring with first that was also bulk on metal, then I did Necron Abyss over that, then Ultramarines blue, leaving each color showing successively. And then I did Enchanted blue, and I guess I kind of wet blended Skull White into that to give you the kind of like an ice blue type of color. And then I did a single strip of pure Skull White, and when that was all dry, I did a single strip of pure Skull White after it was completely dried. Then I went ahead and I washed a Sermon blue over the entire plasma area to kind of give it a little bit of a subdued look and still be kind of bluish. If I ever get the battlefield effects or whatever, I may get the small plasma one to make it look like it's really firing, but that might take away from the model, so I might not. I have no intention of buying them, but should I ever get a hands on them, I might do that. But other than that, everything else you saw in him is the same, and he's pretty much done. He will be playable now and looks great. However, of the black armor that's still showing, I would like to try and highlight it a bit, or line it, edge it, whatever you want to call it. Probably not going to do the Dark Angels green like I did, or like I do on my Dark Angels pre-heresy Terminators. Probably not going to do that green, considering he has enough green on him with the shoulder pads. But nevertheless, I still think the black armor does deserve some highlighting, although it does look fine. I think the highlighting would really bring it out, or edging would really make the model stand out a bit more. And it deserves the extra attention like that. I just personally really don't know how to do black highlighting in this circumstance. With some of the armor showing, and the positioning of the hands a little bit makes it kind of easier and kind of a little bit harder to figure that out too. When it comes down to it, it's basically I don't know what to do in this regard. I'm thinking of probably making a small mix of Chaos Black and Codex Gray to get a really dark gray, because I really want to be really subdued. I did a test on the sprue. I was just trying to edge Chaos Black with Codex Gray, straight Codex Gray, and that was too bright of a contrast, and I didn't really like that. So I'm thinking maybe I mix up some black and gray together to edge it that way, and do it really lightly and minimally across the model, just to pick out the idea that, hey, it's black armor. But I just, like I said, I confess I don't really know how to do that well. But so he's mostly done. I'm gonna this weekend give him give a chance to the shading with a dark gray like that, and see how it looks. In the meantime, if anybody has any what's it called? Has any insight they can give me into shading or highlighting, picking out the edging, if you will. By that I mean not so much highlighting like light, but giving it. I guess it is highlighting, so like an edging type of highlight. If anybody has a really good idea of how to do black armor, but keep it subdued, like make it so it's obvious to be there. Not yeah, I guess so it's obvious, but not painstakingly obvious. Like it's a subdued, and I think a 1-to-1 mix of Chaos Black and Codex Gray can really make a nice gray for that. But I will find out over the weekend, and if anybody else has any idea that they wish to share with me, I'm more than willing to hear it. But I thought you'd like to see the model pretty much done. At this stage, I would definitely play it without any second thought, and I think it looks great and is a great centerpiece. One of my better models I think I've painted, probably one of my best models, to be honest with you, mostly because the way the robes work with his skulls and the armor, I think is a really nice overall effect. So suitably badass looking. I wouldn't want to face him on the battlefield. Now it's gonna make an army list for him, but that's another story. Anyways, just thought you would like to see the Interrogator Chaplain nearly finished. Like I said, the only thing left really is just highlighting the Chaos Black armor with some type of dark gray. But even in the event that I don't do that, I think he looks more than fine for being done. But the extra highlighting with the dark gray would just be an extra step to really bring the model to life, so to speak. But there he is on his little Urban Rebel base, and the next time you see him will be hopefully with a decent highlighting job with a dark gray or something like that. So yeah, until then, take it easy.